Hello, so this is Matthew from the future, and much in keeping from our earlier trip to the Natural History Museum, today I will go to the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum Overflow. So this is all the stuff that can't fit on the main one in the mall. Basically, they just have this big hangar like out near Dulles Airport, and it's just full of all the stuff.
Back there, they tried for 10 years and everything. Stuff like that. So.
On with CAD, so I can have
The first pilot for Flag Faith was Lieutenant James.
I really enjoyed all the space stuff. They had this really cool thing going on where they had these little like video cameras, like basically where you could zoom like people who worked at the Smithsonian. They just had loads of TV cameras sitting around, or like loads of like TV screens with like cameras on them, where basically like it was zooming a guy who worked for the Smithsonian who was just sitting in an office somewhere answering questions. So they were really cool. It was really interesting. Not quite sure why they did that instead of having the people there. Probably a COVID precaution, or at least a holdover from previous COVID precautions. Space stuff easily stands out as the coolest. Like, it's just so big, it's so cool. And as well, because like most of them, like the museums are roughly in thirds, right? A third is space, a third is like civil aviation, about, you know, like the first spaceships, like this is the first aeroplanes like getting all to work, and then the final third is the military stuff. And I don't know, like at the risk of being a massive wet blanket, like the weapons of war bit like wasn't as interesting and just kind of depressing when you're seeing like the pictures of these things being used in Vietnam, Korea. Like, it's just kind of depressing. Whereas there is this kind of awe-inspiring vibe to the space age section. It's like, wow, like this is a thing that we as humanity like pushed forward the frontiers of the possible. And like that was an international effort, and it was just cool. It was interesting. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, I'd recommend a good dorky treat.